All right, everybody. I want to welcome you all to the first edition of our new newsletter. The first edition is called Verify Before You File. This is edition 1. The court didn't check the citations, but we did. That's what this is about. Basically, what happened is a federal court recently flagged a legal brief as likely AI written, based on only one thing, the formatting. Not hallucination cases, not fake citations, not a single proven inaccuracy, just formatting that looked like AI. The case was Sarah Wolf versus Idaho Department of Health and Welfare. It was decided May 22nd, 2026 in the District of Idaho. The court couldn't say for certain, its own words, but it appears the brief was written with AI assistance. I don't know what happened here. Maybe the judge knew the attorney, knew his work, and looked the difference. But honestly, that is a really scary slope to start going down. Picking something like that based on style, based on appearance, based on vibes. But we're dealing with courts, so it should be based on evidence, Problem with that is we are in a legal system built entirely on proof, beyond a reasonable doubt. Clear and convincing evidence. Preponderance of the evidence. Every standard in law is an evidentiary standard. Apparently, except for this one. Then we move on to, here's what nobody's saying though. While the courts are busy judging formatting, the actual problem is going undetected. Real citations, real cases with wrong everything else. I built CiteCheck. It's an AI-powered legal citation verification platform to solve a different problem than hallucinations. Everyone's focused on AI making up cases that doesn't exist. That's a real problem, but it's not the only problem. What about when the case is real, the citation is accurate, and the attorney still got it wrong? And that's what we found in CiteCheck. We ran CiteCheck against an active U.S. Supreme Court amicus brief. This wasn't a test document. This was a live filing in an ongoing case signed by 16 state attorney general. None of the other software caught it. But CiteCheck caught 3 errors. The first error was wrong page number. The brief cited a case at page 35, the actual language appearing on the page 26. A simple pagination error. And what happened was, when you look at a PDF, you have the page number right on the page. Then you have the thumbnail number, which is just a number that shows all the pages on the left side. They went off of the thumbnail number and not off of the paper, the page printed, number printed right on the page. And that's why that error occurred. It was that simple. Second error was dissent cited as majority. This is a pretty big error. The brief quoted language and presented it as the court's holding. It was from the dissent. The majority actually rejected that position. That's not a formatting problem. That's a substantive misrepresentation of what the court said. And the third error was two events collapsed into one. This was interesting. The brief described two separate events that occurred at two separate points in time, as if they were one single event. The timeline was wrong, and the record was misunderstood, misrepresented. These aren't AI hallucinations. These are errors that made it through human review in any of the software that it may have been in, and it made it into a living SCOTUS filing. Now, what actually protects attorneys, it's not writing briefs that look human. It's not avoiding AI entirely. Although, to be honest, if, my job counted on it, I wouldn't let ChatGPT write my briefs, I'll be honest. But it's not guessing what a judge thinks AI sounds like. It's verification. You see, can you prove every citation is real? Can you prove every case supports the proposition it's being cited for? Can you show your work? That's the standard that holds up in court. That's what CiteCheck was built for. Not to hide AI use, but to verify the output. So when the court asks, did you check this? The answer is documented, defensible, and real. Assumption is not accountability. Verification is. And just a little word about the newsletter. Verify Before You File is a weekly briefing on AI and legal, what's happening, what it means, and how to protect yourself and your clients. I'm Ben Schultz, the founder of CiteCheck and Algorithm Collective, LLC. I'm a CNC machinist from Pittsburgh who built software that caught what a $6 billion industry missed. If you found this useful, forward it to an attorney who needs to read it. Visit CiteCheck.tech to verify your citations before you file. You guys have a great day. I thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next episode.